explained speed limit is 80 kilometers per hour. Exit's clear. Push. Okay, Johnny, we've got 2 laps to get the job done. Track temperature's decreasing. It's now 92 Fahrenheit. New fastest lap for Polymers, 33.2. You're in pole. You're now 0.1 quicker than second. Look out for the pit speed limit. Box in 430 metres. That's the end of the session, P2.
Could you repeat that, please? Like, I'm actually not saying that it's a joke. Like, what did you say about turn 4? I missed it. I was in Discord with people and they're talking over.
150 laps. The track temp is 85. The air temp is 83 Fahrenheit. Follow the pace car in the inside column.
Alright, man. Line up on the outside road now. Your road is closed.
Good job, Barrett.
Okay, Johnny, get ready. Green, green, green.
Inside. Hold your line. Clear low. Car outside. In the middle. Hold your line. Clear outside. 3 wide. You're in the middle. Clear inside. Car high. Clear all around. Outside. Clear high.
Nice, we'll take it 3 on the back straight.
Car high.
V4.
Hold your line. Clear high.
You're clear, Barrett.
Inside. Still there. Clear to the bottom. Car low. Inside.
86 Pittman, 86
Still
Pittman.
there.
P5. The leader has just done a 34.0.
Clear to the bottom.
The guy behind has just done a...
Car low. Still there. Clear inside.
Okay, Johnny, the next car is Robinson.
Car outside. Clear high. Outside. Keep it steady.
You've just done a 33.9.
Clear. Clear to the outside.
Fastest lap for weeks, 33.5.
Car inside. He's still there. Still there. Hold your line. Still there.
P3. That lap time was 33.5. The car ahead has just done a 33.8.
Hold your line. Keep it steady. Hold your line. Clear to the bottom. Car outside. Hold your line. Clear to the wall.
You're leading. Your lap time was 33.5. Lap times are improving. The gap behind's increased to 0.8. We're quickest right now. Your lap time was at 33.3. That lap was a 33.8. You're now in the lead. The gap behind is now 1.5. The gap to Polymus behind is now 1.3. That lap was a 34.3.
Outside. Clear the top. Clear outside. Car high.
B2, your last lap time was a 34.8.
Still there. Still there. Clear the top. Outside. Clear outside.
P4, you've just done a 34.9.
Car low. Still there.
Sorry, Johnny, I got really tired on this
Still
thing.
there.
Didn't mean to push you wide there.
Clear low. Inside. Still there.
P5,
Still there. Clear inside.
Marabello is now in the lead.
Car outside. Hold your line. Hold your line. Still there. Hold your line. He's still there. Hold your line. Clear high.
That was a 35.2.
That car is a
Johnny? Johnny, no!
Pit lane speed limit is 80 kilometers per hour.
Pit box in 5,
100 meters.
2,
50 meters.
right here. That's it, go.
Your exit looks clear. Stay behind the line. E9. Alright Johnny, you need to pass Polymus to put us in the lucky dog position. We're setting the pace.
Outside. Hold your line. Clear outside.
That was a 33.4. Last lap was a 33.4. P9. We're currently setting the pace.
Car inside. Clear inside.
We're quickest at the moment. We're setting the pace.
Car outside. Outside is clear. Outside.
We're quickest right now. That lap time was 34.0.
Keep it steady. Clear outside.
You've just done a 33.9. That lap was a 33.8.
Car outside. Clear outside.
The lap time was at 34.0. Just done a 34.1.
Car high.
Hi, Johnny.
Still there. Still there. Clear, clear high.
That lap was at 34.5. Just done a 34.5. Alright Johnny, that's good consistency, keep it up. The leader, Marabello, is pitting. Robinson is leading the race.
Car low. Clear low. Outside is clear.
Robinson, did you really sandbag for fuel? No, that's pretty insane.
The leader, Robinson, is pitting.
So far, so good.
Mostly for tires, not really fuel though.
Okay, glad reset.
I love races is based on nothing but fuel strategy, nothing else.
Whoa!
Weeks is now leading. Be careful, we've got a full course caution. Pace car is out. Line up single file behind car number 61. We're under caution. It's closed.
Sorry.
The leader, Weeks, is pitting.
How about that?
Lynch behind is pitting. The leader is pitting now.
That's crazy, you lost it right there, J.O.
It wasn't on purpose, I promise. Just ask Johnny and DJ, I hate doing that.
Pits are open.
Coming by you, DJ. Stop. Also, I do appreciate you guys letting me run the final race. Thanks a lot.
Full course yellow. Pits are open. Okay, Johnny, get ready. Race will resume at the end of this lap.
Pit road is closed. Heads up 97, car. Heads up 23, car. Heads up 74, heads up 74. Get ready. Heads up 23, car. Alright, man. Pace car is in.
Green, 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 let's go. The gap to Polymus ahead is increasing. It's now 1.8 seconds. The leader's just done a 33.5. That was a 34.5. Marabello is now in the lead. That was a 34.5. The gap to Polymus ahead is increasing. It's now 4.1 seconds. You've just done a 34.6. Your last lap time was at 34.7. Your lap time was 35.1. Gap to Polymus. Ahead is now 6.8. That lap was a 35.1. That lap time was 35.1. That lap was at 34.9. The gap to Polymus ahead is increasing. It's now 9.1 seconds. That lap time was 35.2. Gap to Polymus in front is now 10 seconds.
Nice try.
Yep, good racing.
I know.
Good
battle.
consistency. Keep them coming. Okay, Johnny, you've got about 4 laps of fuel left. gap to Polymers ahead is now 11 seconds. We estimate 3 laps of fuel left. Two laps of fuel remaining. That last lap was a 35.4. Marabello is now leading. This is the last lap of fuel. Box this lap, please, Johnny.
I don't know. I really like the taste of the wall. The paint taste gives me a nice perk.
Watch your speed. Box in 450 meters.
Alright, we're halfway to the finish. Pit box in 10.
You've only got enough fuel for this lap. 100 meters.
2.
50 meters.
Right here.
Come into the pits at the end of this lap. Box this lap.
Alright, that's it, go.
Your exit's clear. Watch the white line. Okay, Johnny, we're halfway through. We think about 43 laps of fuel left. We're quickest at the moment. Your lap time was at 33.9. That was a 33.5.
Need to play a Tokyo Drift song around Sam.
That RBG.
game is ass.
That lap time was 33.6.
Car high. Clear to the outside.
Bro, what was that? Hello.
Looked like he was already wrecking, brother.
Homie,
The
that
lap time was
great. off the corner.
33.6. Alright Johnny, lap times are pretty consistent.
Man just comes down and doors me, but whatever. That's how he races. I know it.
I was gonna apologize, but you didn't even give me a chance, so fuck you.
Well, you know, you could have done it right afterwards, but whatever.
Full course caution, watch out.
That was such a late yellow, good lord.
Pace cars out.
Already
Line up
spun
single
for
file
15
behind car
seconds.
number 79. We're under caution, pits are closed. The leader, Robinson, is pitting.
Car 79. Got the lucky dog, let it by on the outside. It's up 74. Car. Pit road is now open.
Full course yellow, pits are open. Watch your speed limit in the pits. Box in 450 metres.
Pit box in 10. 5.
100 metres.
2.
50 metres.
Right here. Alright, that's it. Go. Line up single file. It's the 30 car.
Says here no bumping. Can I bump?
Hey, yo.
I was gonna say, can I bump you even though your thing says no
Gates
bumping?
are open.
Yeah. Oh no.
Alright, man, we're going.
Race car's coming in this lap.
Alright, man, line up on the inside row. Let the 23 car by. Get ready. Alright, man. 8 cars in.
Green flag. Okay, Johnny, we're in the lucky dog position. Let's see if we can keep it. Robinson is leading the race.
Car high. Clear to the wall.
We're matching race pace.
Car low.
Your last lap time was a...
Clear low. Outside.
The guy ahead has just done a 33.6.
Clear high. Car inside. Keep it steady. Clear inside. Car outside. Hold your line. Clear outside.
The leader has just done a 33.3. The guy ahead has just done a 33.4.
Car low. Hold your line. Clear to the bottom.
That lap time was 33.3.
Outside. Clear outside. inside. Clear inside.
Holy.
Car inside. Clear inside.
You've just done a 33.6. The car in front of us is now Weeks.
Car high.
You've just done a 34.2.
Hold your line. Hold your line. Clear, clear high.
Okay, Johnny, you're reeling weeks in. The gap is 19 seconds. That lap was at 34.6. That last lap was at 34.8. The gap in front has increased. It's now about 16 seconds. That lap was a 35.1.
Car low. Clear low.
Thank you.
Car low. Clear low.
That lap was a 35.7.
Car inside. Clear inside.
That was a 35.5. Watch your speed limit in the pits. Box in 450 metres.
Pit box in 10, 5,
100 metres.
2,
50 metres.
right here.
traffic on the exit. Keep it tight.
Outside. Clear high. Inside. Clear to the bottom.
The leader, Robinson, is pitting. Okay, Johnny, there's a car exiting the pits. Heads up. Polymus is leading the race. We're currently setting the pace.
Car inside. Clear to the bottom.
We're quickest at the moment. We're setting the pace. You've just done a 33.3. We're currently setting the pace. Your last lap time was at 33.2.
Car low. Clear inside.
You've just done a 33.4. That's good consistency. Keep it up.
Car outside. Clear outside.
Ted 4. Yep, that works.
Robinson is now in the lead.
Nice to have friends, isn't it? Going Robinson.
It ain't over.
Oh no, it is.
All I'm taking out of this race tonight is who needs friends when you got, who needs enemies when you got friends like this. Could have been one lap down, could have potentially been racing to be back on the lap, but nope. Not even going to win the race. Not even close to winning the race. All he got out of that, screwing me over. Appreciate that.
That last lap was a 34.5. Your lap time was at 34.5. Your lap time was 34.7.
Inside. Still there. Clear to the bottom.
That was 34.7. You've got about 4 laps of fuel left. That lap time was 34.8. You've got about 3 laps of fuel left. That lap was at 35.4. Three laps of fuel remaining. only 2 more laps of fuel. That lap time was 36.4.
Inside. Clear low.
Two laps left. Only 2 laps of fuel left. Two litres remaining. White flag, 1 more to go. We think you'll be out of fuel on the next lap. That was 36.1.
Good win, Josh. Thank you.
E9, that's it. We're done.
There you go, man. Good job, driver.
Look out for the pit speed limit. Box in 450 metres.
Out, like you said, I raced my heart out, and we tried, and still came home second, which is pretty respectable, I should say.
Yeah, great finish there out of that 52 machine here tonight, Riley. And we actually had an interesting conversation up here in the booth with Josh Robinson in that 30, racing you pretty hard there for that top spot. Were you aware at all what was on the line for the 30? And if so, did that change any kind of strategy for you, knowing maybe to back off the 30 or push the 30 a little bit harder? Or were you just basically racing your own race out here tonight?
Oh, I'm racing my own race. I'm still going for a win in this league.
Yes, sir. That's great. That's great. Great news, man. Tonight you finished just one position short. But looking back on the season, Riley, I think you were always in the mix there. Just didn't make the chase playoffs here. But as a non-chase driver, I mentioned it during the broadcast. You non-chase drivers, I don't think that really mattered to any of y'all. I think we had a non-chase driver win in these chase races. A lot of you guys gave it your all week in and week out. Didn't matter if you were racing for a championship or not. But looking back on this season here, the inaugural season of the DSCR, what can you take from this season that maybe you can build on in your iRacing career, and hopefully we'll see you in season 2?
Well, for starters, I can say that Robinson is one hell of a tire saver. I'm sure you guys can agree with me, but I've learned a lot about the next gen and the Gen 7, whatever you want to call it, car from this league. I feel like I've gotten a lot better with it since it's released, and since I started until now, like I just feel a lot faster. I'm much more comfortable with being able to drive. I know what steering pinions, offsets, brake bias I can use, and I don't have to go with like whatever other people say because I just know at this point now. Tire saving is something I've learned a little bit of. I'm not the best at it yet with this car, but we're getting there. And I've also learned about how to run Homestead, of course. This is a great racetrack. I love it. You rip the fence the whole time. It's great. So it's been a fun season, even though I didn't really run all that much. I know I had a second place at Phoenix, but it's okay. I was hopeful for the chase, but I was like, yeah, no, I'm not gonna. I don't think I'm gonna make it. I took like middle of the season off and came back for like 2 races, and then this one here. So we'll take a second place to finish it out.
Yeah, great way to cap off an inaugural season here in the DSCR. My question to you, Riley, is will we see you in season number 2 as we're going to be racing Xfinity cars and trucks next year?
I'm not sure yet, but probably not.
I got you, man. No worries, though. You had a great run this season here in the next gens. Great run here tonight, finishing second. But Riley, with that podium finish, love to give you drivers the opportunity to shout out anybody you had watching here tonight, any sponsors that made this race possible.
Yeah, of course. Sam Brochu, Bear Polimas, everybody at Spino Racing, Elliot Drummond, Jo, or John Owen Lynch, Ryan Hyatt, everybody who's a part of this organization. Y'all are great. Appreciate y'all. Love y'all. Y'all like brothers to me. Larson Land, go check them out on Instagram. They pretty much post everything Kyle Larson. They follow him. So if you're a fan of Larson, go check them out. Check out Spino Designs and Graphics. They can put together really nice iRacing paints for you. That's owned by my boss, John Owen. Also, go check out Elite Performance Industries for fast and quick setups in Open. I almost won C Open twice this week already, and we're doing pretty good.
DJ.
Yeah.
You gotta check the points. We might have a tie.
You serious?
Mm-hmm. Check because something's wrong with the race results. I have to do I had to upload the points manually. I had to put the numbers in. So it's 40 for a win, 39, 38, 37. I want to just check that. 40, 40, 39, 38, 37, 36, 35 for Barrett. He finished 6th. So he's 35, 6th. Okay.
What did I just get put into?
Hold on, gentlemen.
Yeah, hold on. We gotta do a thing. Be right back.
Okay.
Oh, okay. We can just talk.
You want to move to the private one?
Yeah, yeah. Let's move down one more. Okay, let's just move down here. Okay, so then the stages. I went back and looked. The stages. Robinson got got 9 points twice for second, right? And Barrett got 8th place twice, so 3, which he got. I got the top 10 qualifier bonus. So I'm pretty sure everything is correct.
Most laps led. Did we do that?
One or more laps led. Most lap pole position bonus is in there. Most laps is in there. One or more laps led is in there.
All right, so he got 40 for the win.
He got 40 for the win. Then he got the
18.
Yeah. He got
That's
the 23.
58.
Yep.
Okay, plus the 3.
The 3. It's only 1 for a win.
No, plus the 3, like the fastest lap, or not fastest lap, the most laps led.
Yeah. Yep.
You got three extra, right?
Yep.
So 61.
Mm-hmm.
And Barrett got how many points?
63. He's got 63. Josh
Hold on.
total for the race 63 points.
63,
He
and Barrett
maxed out.
got 35
Yep.
for 6th, plus 6.
Plus 6 for the stages, yep, and then top 10 qualifier, and then 1 more, so that's 8 total. And 1 for lap led.
Yeah, that's plus 20. That's a tie.
Unbelievable.
What's the tiebreaker? Wins.
Wins.
Oh fuck. It's hard to prove, but we're gonna have to fix that. Oh, the race manipulation.
Yeah, we'll take a look. But even so, right? First category is wins. So Barrett got it. Second category is top 5s. Barrett would have gotten that. Third category is top 10s, which was a tie. Fourth category is average finish, which
Unbelievable. I can't believe they tied.
I can't either, but this is exactly how it works. Barrett broke that tie, and laps led goes to Barrett as well. He would have beaten every tiebreaker. He broke every tiebreaker except top 10s, which was a tie.
Yes.
All right.
He's a champ.
Yep. I'm going up to the broadcast.
Yep.
Just kind of assumed that he was gonna do a very odd pitch strategy, which is kind of road courses. You do that. You'll, instead of pitting at the very end with a couple laps left, you'll pit at the beginning. And I thought that's what he was doing. And then we had that series of cautions, and I saw that he was still struggling a little bit. So unfortunate for him. It'd have been fun if he was able to bat it out there, because I know he was going to be fast enough to do that. But that's part of racing. Sometimes your race just doesn't go well.
No, Josh, but I think we do have breaking news up here in the booth. I think a champion has officially been crowned.
Josh, you broke my heart today by getting the pole. But honestly, that was an incredible performance, and I hate to do this to you, but you ended up tying Barrett on points because of that pole. And
I thought that was the case.
and unfortunately, he got you on tiebreaker. So
Yep. No, he had a good full season, so he deserves it.
You both were fantastic drivers this season. We can't thank you both enough for everything you've done. But man, what a show right towards the end. I couldn't believe it when I was looking at the points at the end. It's official. Barrett wins the
and that was
championship
breaking news
on
up here
a
in the booth.
tiebreaker
And Josh, I
with
just want to
Josh
say so
Robinson.
for myself up here in the booth, as I mentioned to you a few times, I've mentioned it during the broadcast. You came on the second half of the season and just were on fire, like NBA Jam on fire. Like you made 3 or 4 shots in a row. You just came on very, very strong. You didn't let the first half of the season discourage you, take anything away from you. Like I said on the broadcast, I feel like that Dash for Cash race really swung your momentum, swung your confidence to have the season you have. And man, it's a tie at the end. He gets you on a tiebreaker, but man, what's your thoughts about this run here tonight? This season in the DSCR, the inaugural season. I know it's a heartbreaker there at the end by losing on a tiebreaker, but as you mentioned, Barrett Paul Hemus had a great season in that 79 machine. But what are your thoughts, though, on this championship run?
Been a real fun season. A lot of tough battles. Everyone, coming in. Tom and I were definitely, we didn't know anybody else. We're used to running in some other leagues, so we had to make some adjustments. Got to race with a lot of good fast racing, and just thanks those guys for putting on the league. It's a lot of work to do the management, to broadcast, to get all the announcements out there to make sure that people know what's going on. It's a lot of work that those guys do to put this on.
Yeah, and Josh, as we wrap up the inaugural season here in the DSCR, what can you take from this season? Obviously, you can take an incredible run to tie Barrett Paul Hemus there at the very end. It was a season that I would say was a little overshadowed by Nick and Delicato with 6 regular season wins. But what can you take from this season that maybe you can apply to next season here in DSCR if we'll see that 30 again back next season or in your iRacing career in general?
Just more seat time. It's always good to race with different people. Always good to race with different cars. Always good to race at different tracks. And there's no replacement for seat time when it comes to getting faster.
Awesome, Josh. I guess, just a couple more questions for you. We'll let you go here tonight. Will we see you in season 2 here in the DSCR? We're going to run 2 different series next year. We're going to have Xfinity and trucks. Will we see that 30 back in the DSCR next year?
I got to look at my schedule because Wednesdays are open for me, and I believe we're moving to Tuesday and/or Thursdays. And so I got to double check those. Right now, my Tuesdays will probably open up after the new year.
Already sounds
Tuesday,
good to
I
me.
thought it was the same day, or Tuesdays and Wednesdays.
Yes, Tuesday
Could
and
be.
Wednesday.
There
Oh,
we
okay.
go.
Yeah.
Oh, there
Great
we go then.
news.
Trucks on
Whew.
Tuesday. We got trucks on Tuesday, Xfinity on Wednesday next season.
10-4.
Awesome. But Carlos, before we let I'd say one of the best drivers we've had all season, before we let him go for the year, do you have any questions for Josh Robinson in that 30?
I just want to say you definitely gave us all an interesting night overall. I was talking to somebody off while Johnny was explaining what was going on, so I kind of came back to being like you got the tiebreak, so like you got tied, but he got the tiebreaker, which threw me off for a loop because I thought you had the tiebreaker with the most wins. But I guess I'll talk to Johnny after the broadcast, kind of get it all figured out because I don't know where I went wrong, but I went wrong somewhere. Like everything I did was calculated, but boy, am I bad at math. But congratulations, Josh, on a fantastic second half of the season. You definitely wowed all of us here with your performance tonight and the season overall.
Appreciate it, guys.
Yes, sir. And Josh, before we let you go, my man, you did win the race here tonight. Not foreshadowing any of that championship talk, but you did win here tonight at Homestead, your 3rd victory on the season. And with that, Josh, we'd love to give you the opportunity to shout out anybody that you had watching here tonight, watching you win this race here at Homestead, or any sponsors that have been with you this season.
As always, thank you guys for putting on the broadcast. These are enjoyable. Hopefully, we gave you guys a good show. Thanks to the League of Mids for putting it on. Thanks to my teammates, Tom and Andrew. I know Andrew wasn't able to make a lot of the last races here, and Tom was out sick tonight. Hopefully, he's feeling better. But always bouncing ideas off of each other, and it just makes it a lot of fun because we're pretty competitive with each other. And then shout out to Paul and Dwayne. I know they watched a lot of the broadcast. And then if you guys need any computer parts at a good fair price with an endless supply, Micro Center is the place.
Awesome, Josh. Well, once again, from me, I think Carlos has said his congratulations. But once again, man, I think all of us up here in the booth, we got Johnny Eckert, we got DJ Weeks up here as well. All of us feel the same way. It was almost heartbreaking for Johnny Eckert to have to break the news to you because you were one of the most consistent drivers there the second half of the season. You made this race very exciting for all of us. As Carlos mentioned, we were trying to do our calculations up here in the booth, trying to figure out what it was going to take for that 30 to get the championship here in the DSCR. Unfortunately, you don't get the championship, but you do get the race victory here tonight. Big congratulations, Josh, and I hope you can go celebrate a great run here. You're not going to come off as the #1 guy here in this league, but definitely a very, very close second here, Josh. But we appreciate you taking the time with us here, my man. We appreciate all the effort and everything that you did week in and week out. Congratulations once again. Have you a great holiday here in less than 10 days after tonight, and have a happy new year. And can't wait to see you in season 2.
Appreciate you guys. Happy holidays.
Yes, sir. And that was Josh Robinson, a winner here tonight at Homestead's. Not going to win the championship, Carlos, but boy, it came down to a tiebreaker after all these races, after everything we've gone through. It was a tiebreaker that decided the champion here in the DSCR.
Wow. And well, speaking of champion here in the DSCR, I believe you have caught up with the inaugural champion.
Yes, as the Imperial March is chiming in the background, we see the red lightsabers down in Victory Lane as our champion is crowned in the DSCR, our inaugural champion, the number 79, Barrett Paulhemus. Barrett, you are our champion here in the DSCR. Take us through how you were able to get that championship done.
Uh, some incredible teammates, first of all. Uh, I literally could not do it without them. I mean, I just don't know right now, man. That that race was just a whole roller coaster, and I was stressing the whole time. I didn't like that. I don't want to do that again. Oh, but I mean, we got it done. We
Yeah,
got it done. We got it done. So yeah, that's
yeah,
all that matters in the end, I guess. I don't. Yeah, I just. Yeah.
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 You got it done, my man. We can hear that enthusiasm and excitement in your voice. Looking back on this race, as you just mentioned there, you were 2 laps down at a point. You were a lap down. You made contact with the high side wall. At the very end of the race there, Sam Brochu didn't want to pass you there, even though he had fresh tires on that race car in that 23 machine. Seemed like he was content with just staying behind you, make sure to where you finished, you solidified that spot. And I think with that finish, that's what brought it to a tiebreaker at the very end. Boy, I mean, this race just tonight, I would say, no offense here, is probably your worst race of the season with everything that you went through. But the way you were able to keep your composure and keep everything together to make sure you finished where you had to, my hat's off to you here tonight, Barrett.
Thank you. Thank you. It was probably, you're right, my worst race this season, just because I made a silly mistake early in the race, even though I feel like I drove it the exact same way that I had been for the past 15 laps up to that point. But I mean, yeah, to your point, I owed it all. I owe it all to Sam and Riley and Jo. I mean, I would be down a point or two without their help. So, um, yeah, I owe all this one to them. Uh, they've been incredible teammates throughout the whole year, and I enjoy working with them every second that I get. Um, just yeah, super proud to be part of that group. Super thankful for them as well, and happy that that's all over and I can breathe now and I can actually get my heart rate to come down and all that stuff. And man, that was
Yeah.
that was really something. It was really something.
It really was. It was an exciting race up here in the booth as well. As Josh Robinson, we spoke to him just a little while ago. He came on fire here in these chase races in the second half of the season. Did you know at all what was at stake there for that 30 machine? He got to the lead. We were speaking about how Tom Ogle couldn't make the race. Were any of those calculations in your head before this race started, or were you just focused on getting the best finish you could here tonight?
Yeah, Jo wrecked out earlier, so he was like our our engineer in our ear the whole time. So he was feeding us calculations for the better part of the last half of the race. So yeah, I knew what was at stake. At first, I thought we would be fine because we had a big lead. I was sitting pretty good, and Josh wasn't in the lead, and I felt like uh, at least Riley would be able to contend with him long run. Sam seemed like he struggled on the long run, but he could definitely hang with him short run. So uh, just pulling for my teammates the whole time, and just being forced to watch that strictly from my relatives, and just hearing or my iRacing relative, I should say. And what I was hearing through Discord chatter about what was going on and not really being able to see was brutal because I didn't know what was going on. And I was fifth for a while at one point, but I knew that DJ and David were gonna pit, and they still had a set of tires, and I didn't. So I knew I was gonna lose a couple more spots. So that was really nerve wracking. But we got it done anyways. So
You held it together. You got the job done here tonight. And before we get to Barrett's popping that Dom Perignon down in Victory Lane here tonight, hitting the beach at South Beach, Carlos, did you have any questions for our inaugural champion here in DSCR?
I need to know what happened in that first stage.
in that first stage, like when I wrecked,
Is that what it was? Did you get an incident point of that?
no, I don't believe so. But yeah, I was just coming off a two like I normally do, and all of a sudden it snapped, and I turned my wheel a little bit to the right, and it shot back to the right instantly, and there was no point, there was no chance of saving that. And so then I got a meatball flag, and so I had to come in to the pits and get it fixed, and it was only like a 30-second meatball because the toe link didn't completely snap. If the toe link completely snapped, then it was going to be ball game, and that's over. But luckily, the right front held up, um, and that's really another key factor in me winning the championship tonight is that the toe link didn't bust completely, um, and it held together for all those laps somehow. So I was
That was a Kurt Busch moment.
Yeah, exactly, right, exactly. It was tough because I could hang with everybody for about 2 laps. And then once everybody started pushing like they normally do, I couldn't push much faster than what I was going because it would turn all right um on initial runs, but it was so loose in the center off. So I couldn't get back to the throttle near as quickly, and then later in the run it just got worse to where I was like half brake pressure and still sliding up the track, and the right front just wasn't gripping up because of the damage, and then it was still really loose off. So it was extremely difficult to manage that whole time because of the damage. But I mean, it was more than likely my fault. I just wasn't paying attention to it, what the car was doing. But I mean, like I said, I feel like I was doing exactly what I have been the entire race, and even just taking it easy, and then it still snapped on me. So I'm not really sure what's going on there. Maybe some RNG at play, but yeah, we got it done nonetheless. So none of it really matters now. I'm just happy that it's all over with.
Well,
That's good to
Barrett,
know.
go ahead.
Well, I do have one last thing to ask. At what point did you kind of maybe get the idea that it's not looking good for you? Like, at what point did you kind of realize that the 30 was kind of doing everything right?
Well, when he was able to pass Riley and stay ahead and push as hard as he was without falling off, then I thought like, oh no, we're in big trouble, because everyone else that was pushing like he was falling off a cliff and almost wrecking the car. But I don't know how he was able to save that tire. I guess it's just super smooth. He's really freaking good at saving those tires. So
Yeah.
yeah, I don't know how he did it, but yeah, he did it.
Okay, actual last question. What was
Okay.
the first thing that you either said or went through your head when that caution came out when you were in the free pass?
Just yes. um, like I thought the first yellow that came out, I thought we were sitting pretty. But then Sam ended up getting the lucky dog instead of me because it was still during a pit cycle. So the second one that came out was really beneficial for us. So yeah, it was elation, because I knew I was going to be back on the lead lap. But at the same time, it was still nerve wracking and kind of, there was a sense of hopelessness there, but it wasn't like completely taken over because I knew that I wasn't going to be able to contend very well. And so I was just hoping for the best at that point. I was just going to go out there and do what I could, and the cards will fall where they're supposed to in the end. So, um, yeah, just happy it played out the way that it did, and uh, yeah, just went our way tonight.
Well, Barrett, you are our inaugural champion here in the DSCR. Boy, what a season it was. You come out as a top dog after a tiebreaker. But Barrett, I believe the floor is yours, my man, as you are celebrating down in Victory Lane. I'm sure everybody is waiting for you as well. All your teammates have made this happen for you. But Barrett, the floor is yours. This is your opportunity to thank anybody that made this championship possible. Sponsors, teammates, any family that you had watching here along this season. The floor is yours, my man.
I mean, obviously, I got to thank my team, J.O. Lynch, Sam Broshi, Riley Marabello, throughout this whole season for just being the best teammates, uh, and especially tonight. It was like I literally could not do this without them. So I owe all of this to those guys. They're a really good group of guys. I think we work really really well together, and so we know how to sacrifice for each other, when to race each other, and uh, yeah, it's just a blast to be a part of that group. And Turtle Cove Apparel Company for uh, being the main sponsor on the car, and Jo made the paint. It's gorgeous. We created it all season, and I think Jo's got some people watching the stream. So hi guys, we did it. Um, so yeah, all of those guys, and yeah, it was just I couldn't do it without them.
Well, Barrett, a huge congratulations from us here at 3 Wide TV. Not only on one heck of a season, but being our inaugural champion here in the DSCR. Hopefully, we see you next season when we go to Trucks and Xfinity Cars. You'll be the defending champion in whichever season you decide to roll in that, Barrett. But boy, it was impressive. You really earned the nickname as Darth Vader with those races you had down the stretch. Tonight wasn't your best race. You still finished around the sixth position, but doesn't matter. You get the crown at the end. You are our champion here in the DSCR. Again, huge congratulations from us up here in the booth. I'm sure you're going to get a lot of those here tonight once we get off of this broadcast. But Barrett, I want to thank you for taking the time with us here tonight. I'm sure this holiday season is going to be even more better as you're the season champion here after all those weeks of racing in this next gen car. But Barrett, have a great holiday. Have a happy new year. And I cannot wait to see you if you come back for season 2 here in the DSCR.
Yeah, thank you. Y'all have a good one.
Yes, sir. And that was Barrett Polhemus, our champion here, Carlos, our inaugural champion here in the DSCR. And you can hear it in his voice how much this means to him.
Yeah, it was stressful this whole race since he slipped up and made that mistake, but all that stress is gonna come. Has already left, and he's now in the very happy, relaxed moment. He just won a championship, and he's got all the off season to accept that and realize that he did something amazing tonight.
Yeah, he gets his Christmas present early as being the inaugural champion here in the DSCR. I'm going to take this opportunity to thank all of our season long sponsors, including Pro Air, which is not an AC company, it is a medical supply company, Carlos, that's going to keep running all the way to the end of this season. Also, Manny Ray's, the cemetery landscaping company, as well. I also want to thank all the drivers here in this series for sticking with us all season long. I know these last couple races, it's championship races. Some drivers didn't make it through. For racing with us week in and week out. I also want to thank our regular season champion, Nick Indelicato, for one heck of a regular season there with 6 wins. We want to thank Josh Robinson for putting on a show there at the very end. We want to thank Barrett Polhemus for being our season champion here as well. We want to thank also Johnny Eckert and DJ Weeks of DSCR for having us here 3 Wide TV, giving us this opportunity to broadcast every race this season here in the DSCR. It has been an absolute blast. I'm sure I'm speaking for Carlos as well. We love the format in this league. We love the races this format provides for us, and boy, it has been one heck of a season for us up here in the booth. But here tonight, it is Josh Robinson winning the race here at Homestead, but it is Barry Paul-Hemus winning on a tiebreaker here in the inaugural season. But for all of us here at 3Y TV, we wish everybody a great holiday season coming up in less than 10 days. Boy, that came fast. Also, a wonderful and happy new year here. We'll see you hopefully back in 2023 here in the DSCR. But once again, it's Barry Paul-Hemus as our champion and Josh Robinson as our race victor. Everybody have a great night, and we want to thank you for tuning in.
Mics are muted. That's going to do it for us this season. That's going to do it for me this year. Good job, guys.
Wow. Whew. Thank you
Whew.
guys. Thank
All
you
right,
both
what happened?
so much.
Because
Yeah.
my sister came in. She was telling me she has COVID, so I was talking to her about that. I come back and you're like, it was a tie, and you lost a tiebreaker. You were tied in 30. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
How did I get it so wrong? What happens?
So yeah, so first off, it was even more of a nightmare than it seemed because when I uploaded the results, for some reason it wasn't taking the race points. So I had an initial champion without the race points being correct. But yeah, so Josh ended up 5 points above Barrett in the race, 40 to 35. And then on top of that, Barrett got 2 8th place finishes in the stages, plus a lap led and a top 10 qualifying position. Robinson got two second place finishes in the stages. He got a top 10 qualifier bonus, laps led bonus, most laps led bonus, pole position bonus, and 0 incident bonus.
Oh wait. So then the champion didn't get that. He got an instant.
Yeah, he had 2 incidents.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I didn't realize that until you just said that now that he actually did get 2 incidents. But so yeah, so then in our rule book we have it that the tiebreakers go to wins. First category is wins, and even though Josh won the last 2 races, he won last week at Texas and this week. He only got 2. Barrett won at Dover, Darlington, and Dega. Dover, Gateway, and
Wait.
Dega. So he had 3 wins.
Oh, so I was right, but I could have sworn that what I saw showed that he only had 1 victory, which is weird because I saw it said that he had won once, or maybe I was looking at the wrong category and I saw the number 1 and I'm like, okay, that seems wrong, but it's written in the official thing here, so he won 1 time. And I guess I probably should have looked at it better. So okay, so I was right in that category. It's just I was looking at the wrong thing.
Yeah. Now you're making me wonder if the thing is right. but yeah. Yeah, 3. Okay. Yeah. So with that, yeah. But then we went and looked at just for the hell of it. While we were calculating, we were trying to make sure that everything was correct on the points and whatnot. The only category that Barrett didn't win of the 5, because we have 5 categories listed for tiebreakers: wins, top 5s, top 10s, average finish, and then laps led. Barrett tied Robinson in top 10s. Everything else he came out on top.
Yeah.
So it was
you know what's weird in stage 2, Robinson had he just been a little more patient and had a slightly better line going into 3 and 4, he could have gotten that stage 2 win, and that would have given him the win.
Yeah, he keyed the mic. He didn't even mean to do that. Riley just opened it up for him, so he was like not prepared. He came across the mic. Was like, "Oh, I didn't even mean to do that."
There was so much going on that I saw none of it. I don't know any of what went on at the end or any of the cautions or anything. We haven't looked at anything yet, but my gosh, what I almost fell out of my chair again when I saw that they ended up tied. I pulled DJ into a different channel. I'm like, we have to make sure that this is right. We have to check this 3 times over because this is not something to mess up. Whew.
No, it's not.
No.
You guys got a tie in their first season.
After everything we've been through, I cannot believe that this points ended up the way it did. 20 point. It was a 20-point swing.
Man, just imagine if Tom showed up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tom would have probably ended up right behind Josh. or
Yeah.
ahead of him. Who knows? But oh my gosh, Tom
Could
is
have
the
been
one who
there,
had.
but
Tom had one win coming into this too.
Oof.
Man. Oh
Now
my.
I'm
What a
very
season.
curious. What was the category that I was looking at that made me think that he had 3 wins and then Paul Jimenez only had 1? Pole awards. I hate myself.
Oh
Oh.
God.
Oh man.
I looked at the first category and I thought it said wins.
yeah, that's driver of the race.
Oh, okay. That makes
Yeah,
sense
driver
now.
of the race. That's what it should have been. Oh,
Makes
all right.
sense.
Well, I gotta go to bed, guys. I'll see y'all later.
Thanks, Carlos.
I thank you for
Man,
everything.
that was
Thank
a
you
great.
both.
That was
We
a
really
great season.
appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you guys for
Yeah.
having us. I appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks, Will.
I'll see you guys.
Thanks. See you.
All right, guys. Have a great holiday. Happy New Year, and thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. We appreciate it.
Of course, guys. Have a good night.
Take care. Happy holidays.
Yes,
Happy New
sir.
Year. Yeah.
Happy New Year. Yeah, that's coming up too.
Oh man, I'm not ready.
Jeez.
I'm not ready.
No, not at all. No, I turn 30 next month too, so it's
Oh,
just
welcome
it's
to the
good.
club.
Oh man, no,
Over
no,
the hill in
not
racing
yet.
years.
Well,
Not racing years.
I hope you're ready to peak in life.
No,
I'm
it's
31,
not
buddy.
good. Oh, jeez. Yep. So it's all hitting all in one little fall swoop here. So sweet.
It doesn't hit till you get kids. Trust me.
Oh well, this is true. None of those yet, but
Don't have
hopefully.
those. Don't have them.
I heard that a bunch.
I tell Johnny that all the time. Do not have kids.
You guys don't have them.
Like after 2 years old, nope.
That's it. You're already counting down the years till they turn 18. Like, you know, it's
Well, it's a tax breaks, right? I'm just
yeah,
kidding.
that's right. You write them off every year.
Oh gosh.
Literally.
Awesome, guys. Well, you guys have a good night. I appreciate it.
Thank you. We really appreciate
Alright.
you. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
God bless America. Oh my gosh, what a night. All right, I'm gonna end the stream there. Thank you all for watching. Appreciate it. And oh my gosh, what a night. Congrats to Josh on the win and Barrett on the championship. I can't even believe it. Wow. Have a good one.
Watch your speed.